So it's Thursday, so we've got ourselves another edition of Bet Rome with Bet Online and Big Head, brought to you by our pals at Bet Online. Now, as you know by now, we like to get down twice a week. Monday before MNF, Thursday before TNF, with a look ahead to the weekend as well. And for that, I bring in the big head himself, James Kelley. Head, what's going on? What's good, dude?
What's up, Jim Rome? Life is good. Not as good as Mike in Studio City. That was incredible. But life's good.
Seriously, it'll never be as good as that. That dude ripped himself an Arena Club card. He got himself a golden ticket. And there's obviously more where that came from. All right.
That's incredible.
It was. Let's get right at it. Let's do it. We start with the Thursday night matchup. Seattle at Arizona. A couple of NFC West rivals getting after it on a short week. Everybody in the division is playing pretty well right now. What is the number on that game, and how are you playing it?
I'm taking the 1.5 points I can get here. I'm actually taking Arizona at home. I think this is a huge game for them. Yes, I'm going against the grain.
You never take Arizona.
I know. I'm going against the grain here. Coming into the season, the thought was maybe Jonathan shot out of a cannon, Gannon's third season, they could make the jump into contention in the division. There were questions on Matthew Stafford. The 49ers were busted up beyond belief. And even Seattle, this is only Mike McDonald's second year there. I think the winner of this game becomes that team. If Cannon doesn't have his guys ready tonight after a tough loss to San Francisco, losing James Conner, and then playing the Seahawks below not good, his biggest worry, Jim, JSN. Only Puka has more receiving yards than he does in the entire NFL. The Cards have been excellent this far against the run, so stop JSN. As for the Cards' offense, last week they controlled the ball for 10 more minutes than the San Francisco 49ers did. They just had 3 crucial drops. Clean it up and don't let the Seattle special teams unit beat you. Let's go Cardinals at home plus 1.5.
I don't even know you anymore, but I do think you going with JSN was smart. Well played by you.
Hell yes, it was smart.
now you know me. I'm the other way. I'm always looking for a reason to take that jungle favorite team, Arizona. I love Arizona. I always am looking for a reason to take them, except right now, I do not feel good about them at all. I don't feel the same way about Kyler Murray that I have in the past. Fair or not, I just don't. I don't know what the hell is going on with Marvin Harrison. James Conner is a huge loss for the Cards. So I've got to go with the dude that my dude, Will Blackman, glossed, Sam Clemente. Sam Darnold, so far getting it done. Didn't have a great first game, but has looked really nice the 2 games since then. And if Mac Jones can do Arizona, so can Sam Clemente. Seahawks, and I will lay, is it 1.5 now?
1.5.
Damn, that line's moving.
Yep.
Damn, that line's moving. All right, I guess I'll lay a 1.5. When I first saw that, it was a point. But, all right, 1.5. Raiders v. Bears. So that's Thursday, looking ahead. Raiders and Bears. I love this. I love this matchup. Somebody's got to win. Somebody has to lose. And that loser's fan base is going to freak the hell out. So instead of saying, I can't wait to see who wins this game, Head, I can't wait to see who loses this game.
Yes.
All right? Yep. One team is going to lose, but one team content always wins. What is the number? What is the play?
So this Raiders D isn't Cowboys D bad like last week, but the talent is comparable. They just are better coached than the Flus-led defense. But still, if Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams are as good as advertised, this is another must-show performance from them. All the goodwill will be gone if they palter this game. Let's say they don't do that. Caleb should be able to carve up probably the least talented secondary in football, and he should have his running game at its best. The Marcus Mariota-led Commanders ran for 204 yards.
You should have just gone MM.
Marcus Mariota.
MM.
What an idiot. He can't pronounce names. What a moron.
Mariota.
Huh? More good news for Chicago, though, Jim.
Hey, pot.
The Raiders run they look elite compared to their offensive run game right now. The plumber in Los Angeles' secret weapon, Ashton Genty, 3.1 yards per carry. Worst run block win rate in football from the line.
Bro, who do you hate more, the plumber or the dude who glossed you flight deck?
Oh, I love the plumber. That's all love. The moron in Florida, I can't stand that guy. Okay. I love the plumber.
All right.
And I got some advice for him in the run game. Dude, you might need the auger for this turd to open up a lane because it ain't working, dude. Let's go with the Bears on a pick 'em.
All right, the Bears on a pick 'em.
You're welcome.
I'm not going to sit here and say that Caleb Williams has arrived because he got off against that crappy Dallas defense. Putting up numbers against Dallas almost shouldn't even count. Like, they shouldn't even go to the books as official stats. You don't believe me? Ask the Spud, Russell Wilson. He did it. He celebrated it, and then he got fired a week later. Furthermore, I can pretty much say the same thing. You're saying it right. The numbers against the Raiders defense, maybe they shouldn't count either. I don't trust their defense at all because the Raiders, just because they're desperate and they need this more than Chicago, does not mean they're going to get it. Pete Carroll can blow all the sunshine that he wants up the butt crack of the Raiders. It still will not make them competitive. I'm going to take, well, it's a pick 'em. I thought they were favored, but I'm going to go, it's a pick 'em. Pick 'em, Bears, Chicago, and the pick 'em.
Nice.
All right, Vikings, Steelers. Interesting game.
Fun.
And by interesting, I mean it's giving me a hard time. What is the latest number? Who you got in this one?
The Vikings are favored by 2.5 points here. We could look at the Aaron Rodgers v. Carson Wentz matchup here, but I'll look at the more important one, the Brian Flores Minnesota-led D.
I knew it.
Be the guy Mike Tomlin chose to keep over Brian Flores. Terrell Austin and his $179 million defense. Jim,
you hate that guy.
I cannot stand that guy. And I love Brian. I just love Brian because his defense wins games. Terrell's, his loses games. Pittsburgh has played the powerhouse offenses of the Jets, the Seahawks, and the Patriots. They're giving up 386 yards a game. And the worst part, teams are still punching Pittsburgh in the mouth as they do not respect their running game. They're running it 32 times a game. I like that for Jordan Mason. As for the Aaron and angry Arthur Smith's offense, 9 negative plays last week. There's no consistency, and it's a lot on their running game. It's just not good. Only Zach Taylor's stale-ass running game averages fewer yards per rush than Pittsburgh does. As for Wentz, he played like a veteran last week. He got rid of the ball quickly, unlike JJ, to help his struggling offense. Let's go with V in the fee and Paul Allen's Vikings minus 2.5 here.
Or V would say V in the fee and Rome's Vikings.
And Rome's Vikings.
All right, so you're going to lay the points. Look, say what you want about Mike Tomlin, and everybody does, but the fact of the matter is he's got a crazy record as a home dog, and that's what they are this week, a home dog. One problem, they're the home dog in Dublin, not Pittsburgh. Thing is, I think I actually, but at this point, Head, I might even have more respect for that wild man Brian Flores than you do, and I know you love that guy. You know what he's going to do? He's going to dial up some exotic bleep and pressure and try to knock 41-year-old Aaron Rodgers into retirement. Now, I'm not saying that Carson Wentz is going to go all Sam Darnold with the Vikings this season and win 14 games, but I do trust him more than I trust J.J. McCarthy. I trust him just enough, and along with Brian Flores' D, to lay the same 2.5. I'm with you. Minnesota minus 2.5. All right, this one, Eagles, Bucks. Love it. Two teams that just find ways to win, so it's fitting that they would play each other. What's the number? What are you doing?
Philly's favored by 3.5 here on the road. Last week, they're 0 in the first half. The Rams minus 1 yard passing. I don't know how that's possible, but it happened. But in the second half, they were forced to throw the football because they were trailing 26-7, as we know. And guess what, Kevin Patullo, or whatever the hell your name is, the OC, it actually freaking worked. Advice, dude. That's what you want to do against this Tampa D. Throw the football. As for Baker v. Vic Fangio, Baker's played incredible this season. Your guy, 0 interceptions this season. Tampa Bay as a whole, 0 turnovers. But this should be decided, Jim, by the run game. Remember, 2 years ago, under Coach Bang, Alvin, Tampa had the worst running game in football. Last year, under cringy Liam, one of the best. This season, it's very average, but the Rams carved up Vic's run defense. So Loogie Carter and which one was that? And
is that a no? You don't get your drops?
Okay,
or did he make a mistake?
Something wrong. Anyways,
I didn't have
the
his
beast.
drops.
Alvy says that he did not buzz you because you were wrong, but rather that was his no, I do not have the drops you're asking for. I'm not a damn jukebox.
Paul Allen and Liam Cohen and
Like you're asking for multiple drops when you know he has none.
The bang.
What you should do is only go with drops that Mike in Studio City delivers to the program.
Dude, let's just record him, call back in, give me the bang, give me a couple other ones, give me some Paul Allen. But give me the Eagles here. Tampa Bay is 3-0, but all 3 wins are at the buzzer. I'm going with the freaking Eagles here, man, and laying the 3.5 on the road.
I can see what you did there. That makes sense. Look, as you pointed that out, I am the biggest Baker Mayfield honk on the planet, with the possible exception of Ryan in Tampa. I love Baker Mayfield. I really like this Bucs squad. Unfortunately, I like them better when they had Mike Evans and they lost him. I like this Bucs squad. I just like the Eagles roster better. Even if they're not making max use of that roster, I like that roster better. And I like it better since they finally remembered that A.J. Brown's on it. And Devontae Smith, too. What do you know? That guy. Both those guys. You know, there are guys outside that can make plays. Anyway, the Bucs and the points at home are very tempting to me, but given how busted up they are up front and that they don't have Evans, I'm going to swallow hard, and I'm going to lay the points and the hook. The hook.
Nice.
Eagles and the hook. All right, lastly, Ravens at the Chiefs. Incredibly, they're both 1-2, and you know what? They look 1-2. They both do.
They do.
What is the number here, and what are you going to play?
So teams to start 1-3 since the merger, 11% of those teams have made the playoffs. So this is a huge game here. Baltimore is favored by 2.5 points on the road. Man, my guy Zach Orr continues to do Zach Orr things with this Ravens defense.
Let me reiterate, you don't like him either.
I do not like him either, and I got to bring him up every week when he coaches like backside Poulter. The Lions rushed for 224 yards and 4 rushing touchdowns. The fall from grace from Michael McDonald's defense is real. You know, Michael McDonald. Every time I say that name, I think of that one drunk skank. What's her name? Cheryl Teagues.
Do you know about Ronald McDonald?
Yeah,
she did not bring up Michael McDonald. She brought Ronald McDonald.
Do you know about Ronald McDonald?
I know about Michael McDonald.
Did you drunk skank Cheryl Teagues, former supermodel?
Do you know
about
Ronald
I did.
McDonald?
She sounds drunk to me there. No?
She is drunk there.
Yeah.
You
know about Michael McDonald's defense when he was in Baltimore, Jim? It was the best scoring defense in football.
It was, but she was talking about Ronald McDonald, not Michael McDonald.
Do you know about Ronald McDonald?
Do you know
But I know about Mike.
Okay.
Second best red zone defense in Baltimore. Yeah. Now Zach Orr's got it at 28th. But anyways, the Sunday bet. At best, the KC offense is average, far from the Bills and Lions that have turned the Ravens inside out. And Baltimore got punked on Monday Night Football, bullied, and it wasn't just Orr's defense. According to PFF, their offensive line allowed 30 pressures on Lamar, and he was sacked 7 times.
Wow.
That does not happen in Baltimore, and this has been John Harbaugh's strengths, leadership, and the rallying around troops mentality. If he does not have these guys at their best Sunday, I'd be worried if I was John Harbaugh. I think he will. I'm going Ravens minus 2.5 on the road here.
Interesting. Really quick question for you, James.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know about Ronald McDonald?
Do you know about Ronald
but I know about Michael McDonald.
Do you know about Ronald McDonald?
Do you know about Ronald?
Anyway, the Chiefs fans, they can keep telling themselves, and I hate to say it, but Jeff said it himself, Jeff Schwartz. You can keep telling yourselves everything will be just fine when you get your receivers back. I'm not sure that everything will be just fine when you get your receivers back. And try as he may, the frog himself cannot do it all by himself. KC, to me, looks like a shadow of its former self. They lived dangerously all last season. Then they got knocked the hell out in the Super Bowl. And to me, they still have not woken up. Don't get it twisted. Baltimore's got no business being 1-2 with that roster, but I will still take that roster all day long over KC's roster. The Chiefs are not getting right against the Ravens, but the Ravens, provided they figure out how to finally finish, will get right against the Frog. Ravens minus the points of Michael McDonald.
Do you know about Ronald McDonald?
Get off of Cheryl Teagues.
God, I love that girl. Days. She's great.
You just called her a drunk skank. What do you mean she's great? You don't even know who she is, dude.
Who doesn't like drunk skanks? What's wrong with them?
Okay, why don't you walk off on that one, bro? Why don't you quit while you're ahead? Okay.
We all love drunk skanks.
I want to know, number one, I want to know why of the 30 we had Cheryl Teagues. That's weird to me.
Because she wanted to talk about.
Are you doubling down with quote? We all love drunk skanks.
Yeah, maybe 20 years ago I did, but there's a phase for everybody.
Do you know what my response to that is?
What's that?
Albie? That's my response to that. All right,
Jim,
James.
have a great weekend.
No, you have a great weekend.
Thank you. Thank you. I will.
Hopefully you run into a drunk skank or two. Ah!